In the sleepy countryside town of Eggshire, where cows mooed with perfect British enunciation and pigs formed Tuesday night book clubs, there lived an unusually ambitious chicken named Kevin. Now, most chickens in Eggshire were fairly content with their lives, scratching in the dirt, laying eggs, clucking politely at town gossip, and complaining when the farmer served the same grain 3 days in a row. But not Kevin. Kevin was different. He didn't cluck like the others. He didn't nap under the feeder. He didn't dream about forms. Kevin had goals, big goals. While the others debated whether corn or barley made fluffier eggs, Kevin hid under the feed trough watching fitness tutorials on a smuggled smartphone he'd discovered behind the barn. It wasn't clear how it got there. Rumor had it a pigeon dropped it during a botched Amazon delivery. Either way, it changed Kevin's life. He became obsessed with muscles. Yes, Kevin the chicken wanted ABS. Every night, long after the farmer turned off the barn lights and the other animals drifted off to sleep, Kevin snuck out of the coop. He tied a piece of twine around his head like a sweatband, dragged a stick behind him like a barbell, and performed the most dramatic chicken-sized push-ups you've ever seen. His little wings barely moved, and his legs wobbled like noodles, but he never gave up. He counted loud enough to wake the goats. 1, 2, look at those wings. Flex, Kevin, flex. Most of the animals watched from a distance. Gerald the goat, who fancied himself an expert in everything from rock climbing to herbal smoothies, once offered Kevin a shake made from expired oats and suspicious barn milk. Kevin took one sip and immediately started clucking in Morse code. He never drank it again. Daisy the cow, more nurturing than the others, once asked gently, "Kevin, sweetheart, why are you doing all this?" "You're a chicken." Kevin looked her dead in the eye, feathers puffed, beak firm. "I'm going to join a gym. A real one. With mirrors, machines, and those massive water bottles people carry around like they're hiking Mount Everest." The barnyard roared with laughter. "You can't even bench press a feather," Betsy the pig snorted. Kevin winked. "Not yet." Then, on a surprisingly sunny Tuesday morning, Kevin decided the time had come. He packed his gear, sunflower seed bags for resistance training, a leaf with his motivational slogan scribbled on it, "No pain, no poultry," and the phone, of course, and headed for town. It took him nearly 2 hours to waddle there, but Kevin wasn't just determined, he was shredded. Well, sort of. When he finally arrived at Muscle Mania Gym, it was 9 a.m., peak sweaty hour. Kevin pushed through the glass doors, his feathers puffed and chest out, dragging a sock he'd stuffed with breadcrumbs and labeled protein supply. Behind the counter sat Zoe, a half-asleep teenage receptionist scrolling on her phone and sipping a questionable energy drink. She looked up, blinked once, then again. Can I help you?" Kevin said nothing. He calmly pulled out a sticky note from under his wing. It read, in bold letters, "Gym trial, here to train. No time to explain, cluck ya." Zoe stared at it, then at him, then back at the note. Then again at the chicken in a headband. "Are you serious right now?" Kevin gave her a solemn nod and adjusted his imaginary gym gloves. Zoe glanced around. Nobody seemed to notice the chicken at the front desk. "You know what," she said. "Go ahead. Honestly, we've had worse." Kevin strutted in like he owned the place. The smell of sweat, protein powder, and overpriced gym memberships hit him like a wave. This was heaven. First stop, the treadmill. Kevin hopped up, pecked a few buttons, and accidentally set it to speedrunner mode. The belt whirred to life, faster than Kevin had anticipated. He flapped his wings, squawked in panic, and tried to keep up, his little legs blurring. In seconds, he was airborne, shot off the end of the treadmill, bounced off a yoga mat, and landed directly in someone's protein shake. The owner of the shake, Marcus, a muscle-bound man with tattoos of wolves bench pressing other wolves, simply blinked, wiped feathers off his arm, and said, "Respect," before sipping anyway. Kevin, dazed but not defeated, waddled to the dumbbell rack. He attempted to lift a 2 kilograms weight but was immediately flattened beneath it. An elderly woman doing arm circles helped lift the weight off and handed Kevin 2 rubber stress balls. "Try these, dear." Kevin nodded. Progress is progress. Next, he spotted the pull-up bar. He flapped to it, grabbed on with his tiny claws, and just hung there, no movement, no pull, just one determined bird dangling like a feathered Christmas ornament. A group of gym brothers walked past and debated whether he was part of the decor. Kevin held on for 15 whole minutes before dramatically letting go and shouting, "Solid burn." After an hour of pure chaos, minor injuries, and spilled smoothies, Kevin was flying high on adrenaline. He waddled to the gym mirror, flexed what he believed were biceps, and whispered, "This is the beginning of greatness." Then it happened. Brad, the head personal trainer and unofficial bouncer of Muscle Mania, spotted him. Brad's body looked like it had been carved out of gym floor tiles. He marched over. "Hey, you, are you a chicken?" Kevin tried to walk away nonchalantly, whistling through his beak. Brad wasn't amused. No livestock in the gym. Zoe tried to defend him. "He's a guest, sort of." But the rules were rules. Kevin was gently scooped up, placed in a protein shaker bottle for transport, and walked to the door. As he was set outside, he saluted with one wing. "Good hustle, man," Brad said, reluctantly impressed. Kevin returned to the farm that evening, covered in chalk dust, smelling faintly of banana whey, and with a towel tied like a cape. The other animals gathered around, eager to know.
He began hosting fitness classes. Cluckfit became famous. Chickens from other farms traveled just to see him. They took notes on excellent nutrition and tried his famous high-protein seed bars. Kevin started giving TED Talks, tiny egg discussions about discipline and motivation. He even released a line of tank tops with the slogan "Performance Mode." As years passed, his legend only grew. One day, a letter arrived at the farm, a formal invitation from Muscle Mania Gym. It read, "To Kevin. Due to overwhelming public interest and several online petitions, we are proud to offer you lifetime membership. P.S. You still can't bring goats." Kevin cried. A single tear rolled down his beak and landed on his flexed wing. From that day forward, a new sign hung at the gym. "No animals allowed, except Kevin, because legends never skip leg day."